It's all right, Kingston. No, Josh. Kingston. No.
Josh.
No play.
Get up, man.
We give praise, glory, and honor to the Most High YAHUAH, YAHUAH HaMashiach. John 5:39.
Get up.
Well, hush up. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. Matter of fact, since it's on my mind, and we were discussing this earlier, like the brother talking about, you know, somebody that they began to learn from, not taking firm stances. See, I want you to go to Matthew chapter 6 by verse 24. A lot of people probably be, boy, you're trying to play both sides of the fence. You get your Revelation 3 and it's about 16 along with it. And then we'll swing around here to Job chapter 25. We finna roll fast and hard and not long either. I had already explained to y'all that except for the Shabbats, these are quick hitters. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Elohim and Mammon. Now, of course, you know he's referring to first is money, but this ain't just dealing with money, though. You can't play both sides of the fence. Go to get Revelation 3 and 16. The reason why I say this is there's going to come a time where you're going to have to make a firm and concrete stance. You know what I'm saying? And if niggas get mad, they just get mad. You know what I'm saying? And after that, you're going to get you 1 Kings chapter 18 and about verse 14. Revelation 3 and 16. Make it 15. He said, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. That means you're going to have to make a choice. You know, a lot of people don't want to make a choice. Like we would discuss, there's no way in the world I'm going to be like, I do this on this day, and I'll put this out here for the world to see. But in the cut, I'm doing this over here, but I ain't going to put that out there for the world to see because I call it not wanting to keep peace with the brethren. That's not keeping peace with anybody. That's being lukewarm. That's being wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? See, get your 1 Kings 18 to 14. If you're going to do something, you're going to have to do it. If niggas get lost and they get mad, they just get lost and they get mad. I mean, there ain't no way around that. Would anybody like to use this if over here?
What?
This book I got in this bag?
Yeah, let me see. Somebody picked mine up.
You got to use them tabs, man. They not in order like you used to. See the tabs?
Yes, sir.
1 Kings 18 and 14. It says, now thou say, go tell thy master, behold, Elijah is here, and he shall slay me. And Elijah said, as Yahuwah of hosts live, before whom I stand, I will surely show myself unto him today. I need to come on down a little bit. About verse 21. I'll make it 20 though. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Yasharal and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If Yahuwah be Elohim, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. I also just seen this here with a brother who talking about, you know, by strict definition, Muslim mean one who submit to the will of the Most High. But I want you to come on, I think it's 2 Corinthians chapter 6, though. Well, I ain't gonna say the Most High, they say submit to the will of God. So there's a question that got to be asked then. Because, see, that's what a lot of people problem is. See, they like to halt, I'm sorry, it's 1 Corinthians chapter 8 by verse 5. A lot of people like to halt between two opinions. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no halting between those two opinions. Because I'm going to tell you something, when it comes to this word, man, it's real straight, it's real narrow, man. You either on one side or you on the other. There's no in between. You can't play both sides. And a lot of dudes like to play both sides, and to cover it up, they do it, they say, because we got to have unity. But we kind of talked about unity a little bit last night. Because what did he say? They got to have, I give them what? One heart and one way. One heart and one way. That means I can't be dealing with Islam. I couldn't be called, if I say that I'm a Hebrew, I would be offended if somebody called me a Muslim. That should be an offense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's them nigga stuff. You know what I'm saying? Them people sit back and tell you that when he talk about the Comforter in John 14, that's really about Muhammad. Any of y'all ever heard that before?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I first seen this when I was like 16, 17 years old. They push it and teach it hard. Because the reason why they do that is they got to try to use this to validate what they doing. Like their game will be like, well, he tell you to follow the Tanakh and all the, so what, they put the prophets' names in there. Does that mean we had something to do with it? This is a seed of people. You get you Genesis chapter 21 and Genesis 17. This is a group of people who y'all ain't even got nothing to do with. But let me read this 1 Corinthians 8:5 though. He say, for though there be that are called gods, whether in Shamahim or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many. So if you turn around and you tell me that Muslim means submit to the will of God, what God then? But let's see what Paul tell him. But to us there's but one Elohim, the Abba of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him. So he say, by whom are all things, and we by him, right? So when he's sitting there telling you it's one power, right? So what should come to your mind when you hear that? One power, all things, of whom are all things, and we in him. And then one Master, Yahushua, by whom are all things, and we by him. You see the difference? The first time he said in him. The next one he said by him. So what would this take us back? What would come to your mind when you hear that? We're going to get to Genesis 21, Genesis 17, and then we're going to look at what should come to your, don't nothing come to y'all mind for that?
By him being the creator, by him being the creator, by Yahushua being the creator.
Now listen what he said. There's but one Elohim, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him. One Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him. He's made a delineation of two separate things. Y'all realize that, right? Mm-hmm. What's the two separate things he made a distinction between? Not just that. I'm talking about, you gotta listen close.
In him and by him.
In him and by him.
Is that like Colossians?
You know what I'm saying?
1?
I mean, that's where purpose. But we looking at something. If I'm mentioning this here, I'm looking at something from the law.
Oh, okay.
He said, you got one Father by whom are all things. Of whom are all things. Meaning all things were made of him, and then he is in us. Then you got one Master who by whom are all things, meaning he got that same thing the Father got, but he said, but we are come through by him.
Adam?
Yeah, Adam. You know what I'm saying? But we'll look at that in a second. Look at Genesis 21. I know we done talked about this before, man, but we got to look at this here. And we dealing with Islam, that means we dealing with Ishmael. Let's see what our law say about Ishmael. I wouldn't dare want to be called no Muslim. I call myself a Hebrew now. I ain't calling myself a Muslim. Hebrew mean to cross over. I don't know how you get that. After that, matter of fact, I'll get to. I don't want to put too many on the plate. Don't want to put too many on the plate. Genesis 21 about verse 8. I don't want to put too many on the plate. We only 8 minutes in. The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son Isaac. Now who is Isaac representative of? Let's go get your Romans chapter 9 real fast. Romans chapter 9, about verse 8. We'll get to Genesis 17. We'll see Genesis chapter 2 in a minute. Make it 7. Matter of fact, 6 is just as good. Not as though the word of Elohim have taken none effect, for they are not all Yasharal. which are of Yasharal. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they children, all children, because in Isaac thy seed shall be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Elohim, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Ishmael and his whole crew counted out. Ain't nowhere in the world anybody who say they the Israelite would want to be called mother. This nigga's a bondman. He cast out. You know what I'm talking about? And he say he's not counted for the seed. Because we know it's not seeds of many, but seeds of what? One. You know what I'm saying? If the promised seed is a Mashiach through Isaac, you know that promised seed is being born of the Ruach HaKodesh. You can't get that from Islam. Why a Muslim ain't been born again? Why they around here? Why would I want to deal with anything that they got a God that allowed them to have sex with sheep? That tell them they could kill themselves and get 70 virgins. That's what I want to follow. Yeah, I want to follow that. Genesis chapter 17. I just got to touch on this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. All right, Batman. Jumping Jehoshaphat's Batman. Make that Genesis 16. That's what he used to say on the show. 16 and 5. Make it 8. And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence came thou? Whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarah. The Malachim of Yahuwah said unto her, return unto thy mistress and submit thyself unto her under her hands. The Malachim of Yahuwah said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude. The Malachim of Yahuwah said unto her, behold, thou art with child, thou shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahuwah have heard his affliction. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. Now, you know, we done looked at this before. You know, them niggas be quick to see them errors, they wild. You know what I'm saying? But what's the first verse we started looking at before we started? What's the first verse we read? We read the same verse every week.
John 5.
So then guess what that means? We got to sit back and look at this here, man. We got to sit back and look at how this is a Mashiach. He said he is a wild man. And every man's hand is against him. Not he against every man. Every man's hand ain't against no Arabs. Everybody ain't against them people. They got oil. They trying to be down with them. You think every man's hand was against a Mashiach? You know, we kind of read that last night. Say he was killed by his own. They said he even killed their prophets too, right? John 15. And 22. 24, actually. 23 is even better. You got to remember, because Hagar say, I'm despised in my mistress' eyesight. She hates me. You know the reason why we'll sit back and look at that? You got to remember, Sarah's the one who gave birth to the promised seed. She hates the bondwoman. She is despicable in her eyesight. You know what I'm saying? You turn around, you sit back and look at that because I hate sinners. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no love, he ain't got no desire for that. Got to get rid of. You can also sit back and look at for that small period of time. Because remember, his name means Yahuwah heard me in my affliction. You already know this go back to a Mashiach. He heard him in his sufferings. You got to realize now, praise y'all. I just work it how I want to work about what I've been wanting to talk about. I ain't going to say no more. Verse 23, he say, he that hate me, hate my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin, but now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this come to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause. It said every man's hand is against him. When you go look at Matthew 26, wasn't every man's hand against him? All of Yasharal, not everybody, last one of them. See, look at Acts chapter 2, look what Peter told him. I got to hit another thing, too. These stupid niggas seen that blood moon yesterday, and they trying to say that's Joel chapter 2 being fulfilled. How stupid can you be? So I guess Joel chapter 2 was fulfilled last night. So it wasn't fulfilled when you seen it about 5 months ago either. Because the same dumb niggas did it 5 months ago. Acts chapter 2, about verse 16. Look what Peter say when this is fulfilled. Then we'll get to what we came here for. I could just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But this is which was spoken by the prophet Joel. It shall come to pass in the last days, saith Elohim, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Did he pour out his spirit last night?
He did it way back in Acts.
He did. He sit here telling them what they experiencing and what they seeing, and when this happens, let's leave the next thing he say. And on my servants and on my handmaidens will I pour out in those days of my ruach, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in Shamahim above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. Did they see any fire last night? Did they see any vapor of smoke last night? Niggas on crack then. The sun shall be turned into darkness. Did the sun go black last night? And the moon in the blood before that great and notable day of Yahuwah come. So that means before all this stuff went, that means the people saw all manner of signs and wonders. When that ruach came down, when them men got it. I ain't seen no signs and wonders last night. I seen y'all going outside talking about we can't see it, there's too many clouds. And you know what else I also seen? A lot of people all across the country said they couldn't see it because there were too many clouds. And you know, and I just told y'all last night, I say, boy, y'all probably did that there because you stupid niggas out here running your mouth don't know what you talking about. I don't want you to see it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a lunar eclipse, sir. It's not the first moon, super moon you done seen plenty of super moons before. They just wasn't red. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many red moons or lunar eclipses you done seen, but super moons happen a lot more regularly than you think. But everybody had done lost their mind, though. Idiots. This is the next thing he say. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. Now you got to remember, they say, see right here, see that can't be your JC and all this here. He say call on the name of Yahuwah. That's why you sit back and you look at it. When you call a man named Yahusha, the man say, I came in my father's name. And you know Psalms 118 say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of Yahuwah, or the name of Yah. That's what a Mashiach did. So when you call on the name of Yahusha, guess who you actually calling on? Because why? Because what we just seen in 1 Corinthians chapter 8, because by him are all things, by whom are all things, and us by him. You know what I'm saying? So when you call, and since they ikad and they won anyway, when you call on the name of Yahusha, you calling on the name of Yah. And I am quite certain that people just did not start calling on the name of Yah. Something just came to my head on this day. You want to see what another place where they be say they'll start calling on the name of Yah that be saved? Oh, what you got? Go to Genesis chapter 4. I was looking at this early this morning. Early this morning. Verse 23 there, sir. My apologies. Genesis 4:23. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zilhah. I'm gonna let y'all know, man, y'all will, before this week out, we're gonna deal with this right here. Everything in there when it's talking about Lamech and his wives. Just not gonna get to it tonight. He said, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Listen what he said. Hear my voice, you wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. Now, why would this be important? Look at the proclamation of Lamech, man. He's saying this to his 2 wives. I've slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. And he told his 2 wives, y'all ought to listen to what I'm talking about. Why would this be important?
With Judah and Israel.
Yes, sir.
It being 2 wives coming together after the husband got killed to bring them together back into the covenant with the Most High.
So when you sit back and look at Lamech 2 wives is Yehuda and Yasharal later. Look at the key thing he told him to do. What he told him to do?
Take heed.
Hear to my speech.
Listen to me. So hold what you got. We good, and we'll come back to Acts chapter 2. Hold what you got and go look at Matthew 17:5. Matter of fact, we won't even go there. 2 Peter chapter 2. We'll knock it out. So I ain't got to be doubling back. 2 Peter chapter 2. 2 Peter chapter 2 by verse 13. Verse 12. That way I ain't got to double back. You know what I'm saying? Just kill it all at one time. Wherefore, I will be not negligent to put you always in remembrance. You got it right. Always in remembrance of those things, though you knew them, be established in the present truth. That's the key thing you got to remember. That's why you can't, you won't be serving two masters or being lukewarm or flipping this way and that way when you established in the present truth. You think that I think it meet as long as I'm in this tabernacle to stir you up by putting you in remembrance. Knowing that shortly I must put off this my tabernacle, even as our master Yahushua HaMashiach hath showed me. Moreover, I endeavor that you may be able after my decease to have these things always in remembrance. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we have made known unto you the power and coming of our master Yahushua HaMashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty. For we have received from Elohim the Father honor and glory when there came such a voice to him from the excellent esteem, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And this is the voice which came from Shamahim. We heard it when we were with him in the Kodesh Mount. So he's sitting there telling you got to sit back and realize something. What does our law say? I will raise up a prophet like unto who? Under Moses, right? And he say, in him ye will hear. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'll get Luke 24 and 25. I want you to sit back and look at something he told this man. All post stankers. Remember, he just said he did what? He slain a young man to his hurt and to his wounding, right? You already supposed to know this man was prophesying of the Son right then. Hold on now. It says here in Luke 24 and 25, then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Hamashiach to suffer these things and to enter into his esteem? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Now he's telling his wives to listen. He killed a man. You don't actually read anywhere where Lamont killed anybody, though. You just see him saying, I killed the man. Hearken to my voice. He said, not only did I kill a man, he said, I hurt a young man and slain him to his wounded. Go back to Genesis chapter 4. You know, 33 years old, pretty young, you know what I'm saying? Look out, I'm waiting to see, he said, because he think you're old when you hit that in. You think that's old? Boy, 33, boy, you still rolling.
Especially back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So look at again what he says. I have slain a man to my wounding and a young man to my hurt. This is what he said. He's saying this to both of his wives that they need to listen. So that's sitting back telling you when a Mashiach would come and telling these people he had to die, who he would come in to die for. Regardless, like this here, boy, oh boy, this boy coming right in and draw. Matthew 15:24. He feeling himself. I told you, boy, that compact. You seen his legs? Boy, that compact. Man, I'm like this here, boy, we put that boy in the squat right, boy, he gonna have legs about this here big. I mean, he just walked out here in the draw. I'm sitting there looking at him, I can't wait to give him some weights and let him lift. Yeah, I want to tell you your breath stinks on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Yasharah. You got to remember, y'all know what Jeremiah 31 say. Y'all know what Hebrews 8 say. Y'all know what Hebrews 10 say. I made a covenant with the house of Yehuda and with the house of Yasharah. He told all of them, hear ye him, right? You better listen to him. Didn't this man go around his whole ministry telling these people how he was going to be slain? How he was going to be killed? when you heard I slain a young man to his wounded, first thing supposed to came to your mind is what?
So they died.
No, I'm talking about a specific verse. He was wounded for our transgressions. You know what I'm saying? See, it's something else I was looking at. I got to get to it. I'm trying to hit. It's just a lot of stuff going through my mind. We already at 25 minutes. There's a lot of stuff going through my mind. Now, why do you think it's important that Lamech is telling his wives, you need to listen, he killed the man?
Michael.
Why do you think it's important that he's saying this?
So they might believe.
I'm talking.
Testimony.
It's a testimony because it's the same thing you got to sit back and look at. The whole book is testifying of this man's passion. You know what I'm saying? See, this just something simple that niggas sit back and they miss when they always blaspheme. See, Islam ain't got none of this. See, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because Islam say he didn't die. Islam say he didn't die on the tree. While he was on the tree, the Most High snatched him off and they just thought he died. This is why being called a Muslim would be of complete offense to you. That should be a complete offense to you. Totally. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't believe in the Mashiach. Matter of fact, they don't even call him Yahusha. They don't even call him Yahshua. They don't even call him Jesus. They call him Issa. That's what they call him. 1 Peter chapter 1. About verse 16. That's why he say it's many gods. We still hold it Acts chapter 2. It's many gods. He say, but we know it's only one true. She said she trying to follow along.
What?
16. I got something in Job we gonna hit for YAHUAH before we get out of here. I gotta finish making my point though. Because it is written, be ye Kodesh, for I am Kodesh. And if you call on the Father, whom without respect of persons judge according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. For as much as ye know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold from your vain behavior received by tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of a Mashiach, as a lamb without blemish and without spot, who truly was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. Remember, he said in these last days, all that stuff had happened in Acts, and then men began to call on the name of Yahuwah right now, right? You see them talking about, I slain a man to my wounded. He also gonna say, if Cain be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 70-fold. You know what I'm saying? He said, if somebody put their hands on me, this is what's gonna happen to them. It's still going back to, I laid my life down. I had a commandment to do it. He said, Elohim so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. He told you from all the way from Genesis 2, Genesis 1 actually, all the way through when you get to the end of Malachi about how he was going to wound this young man. Even when Job's in the 13th chapter, about the 27th verse, say, man, they caused me to possess the iniquities of my youth, and they put prints on my heels. Now I'm going to ask y'all a question. They said that you were cleansed from the precious blood of the lamb, right? What color is blood?
Red.
What's another color we could use for it? I just burgundy close. It's another word. Scarlet. See, you know what I was looking for. Scarlet. That's going to be important in just a minute. Because you already know they put the scarlet robe on. About the red heifer. But it's going to be important in just a minute. Come on back over here to Genesis chapter 4. I got to work something in because I got to touch the thing that they can't call me about. Talking about this nigga talking about the moon. And it's just a lot of stuff going through my head. Some of the stuff I wanted to hit Job 25 last night anyway. And I want to hit all this stuff with Lamech and his wives. But y'all will. Got 6 more times to do it.
The names testify too.
Absolutely. But see, I ain't getting into that tonight. It's testifying of a lot of things in that short snippet of what you're looking at. Especially when you're looking at talking about he's one of his sons, one of the women bear sons, and he's the Abba of them who dwell in tents, got livestock. Another one talking about making weapons. Another one talking about playing music. All this stuff talking about him. But we're not touching on that tonight. So I'm going to read verse 23 one more time. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. What did we read last night in John chapter 8? He said, you can't hear my speech. He said, why can you not understand my speech and why you can't hear my voice? Because Elohim is not your power. That's why he say all those that are Yasharal are not a Yasharal. He say, my sheep hear my voice. And he's saying there's other sheep that I must bring in, which are not of this fold, and there shall be one shepherd and one fold, because they will all hear my voice. Because he told them, why? You better listen. That's why that man, that high priest Capheus, prophesied and said he will not only die for this nation, because he was referring to Yahuwah. That's who he was around, wasn't it? He say, but also all the sons of Elohim that are scattered abroad. That means Yasharal too. So all of them were going to have to listen. This is why he sent the apostles all in these different places, because he said they fishermen, I got to fish them. They hunters, I got to hunt them. Because my people, some are everywhere. Going right back to what we read last night, Ezekiel chapter 11. I'll be a little sanctuary to them, no matter where they've been scattered at. You know what I'm saying? I seen a dude the other day talking about, oh man, see, when you say you a Jew, see, that's the tribe of Judah. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You could put it with that, but in actuality, when you look at the testimony, y'all already know that that wasn't really about just the tribe of Judah. Because, you know, Paul let that be known. He said, look here, man, I'm on the tribe of Benjamin. He said, I'm a Yahudim. Then he let you know what tribe he was, because he understood and knew what it was really about. See, we're sitting here telling you don't get caught up in your flesh. You know what I'm saying? And to watch that type of stuff today, and I ain't talking about just identifying with no tribe, just period. That flesh is a killer. That flesh will separate you from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know we do a lot of clowning on a lot of stuff. At the same time, though, when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. You sit back and realize and understand that now. Well, that flesh should be a killer, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let just because we just sit around joking clown and like it ain't no game now. You got to make sure you got stuff in line, keep stuff in check, keep it reined in. Because remember, he said they either in the flesh, they can't plead the Most High. We got to make sure in everything we do that we plead it, man. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know some of you niggas extra freaky. That's all right. You get married, you get as freaky as you want. I don't know about yours, though, boy. We're going to have to check the law, boy. I think what you talking about unlawful.
And it could be.
I don't know now. That's borderline, there.
Michael.
That's borderline.
Meditate.
Ain't no meditate. You got to meditate and you know you ain't got no business doing it. Around here choking and slapping.
I'll let it go.
And then this old nasty nigga, we out the door. That's your man.
You took it there, bro. Yeah, I'm just chilling.
I ain't taking nowhere. I just was saying, hey man, we like it tight. Here he come. We like it tight.
see how y'all see how that come sound? I just said we like it tight.
But you know how you said it and how you were looking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't he though? That's your man though. You procreated with it.
Dang. You sound like
Hey, you did a great job, bro.
I mean, that's the proper word, sir. Procreation. You ain't never heard y'all niggas got college degrees, y'all don't.
No, I heard that. You said you procreate with him like almost not like an it.
Ain't no knee knockers. My knees right here. They ain't knocking. Well, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Boy, I ain't nowhere near Mr. Capri's, cause. Of course. Cause that's that. Cause I pulled him up a little bit. But then you got this here. See, when you want to have that slight, you want to have that slight rise when you got the loafers on. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just sitting here telling you. When you got the loafers on, you want to have a slight rise so they can just see a tad bit of ankle. You don't want to look too hard now. You see, you don't know nothing about that. Cause you know when you wear loafers, you ain't supposed to wear no socks. Nigga got socks on with loafers, something wrong with it. Your feet shouldn't even sweat in loafers because you shouldn't be doing nothing where your feet was sweat when you throw them on. I'm just sitting here telling you, man. I'm trying to give you a style point, sir. You got your dress pants on and you got the loafers on, you want a slight rise right above the ankle.
Your loafers right.
That's crazy.
Oh, he just look like the names of the Met.
Yeah, I know what they mean. Already done done. Man, I'm 3-4 steps ahead, man. Look here, man. You've been planning this all day, son. I've been planning this all week.
Trinity. Had cable.
Oh, that's what
Verse 24. And Cain shall be avenged sevenfold. Truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. Ah. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For Elohim saith, she have appointed me another seed, who Cain slew. And Seth to him there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahuwah. Now, why would this be important?
Let's say Ohio is in Exodus 3:14.
Shalom. Why would it be important? Now you see something, right? How Lamech is going to talking about he slaying a young man to his wounded, and then all of a sudden we shift into talking about the Most High has appointed me another seed. And then right after we look at that, what do we turn around and see? He say, then Seth produced a son, and then men began to call upon the name of Yahuwah. Now, how could this be important? Why is this important? What has come to anybody's mind when they hear this?
Father, many nations came to
Uh-huh.
He said, Father, many nations came among.
Makes you think about the Comforter.
As it should. If we go by what we were just looking at, let's see what old Enos' name means. Yes, it does.
Compensation.
It means compensation. Which you already done read in 1 Peter chapter 1 when he said that the compensation to redeem you from the vain behavior of your fathers was the precious blood of the Lamb, which was the young man slayed to his wounded. And he said, and you notice that he mentioned if Cain gonna get avenged for slaying the young man who was righteous, what you think? Because Lamech letting you know, obviously I killed somebody righteous. Doesn't say who he killed, doesn't say why he killed him. Just said he slayed a young man to his hurt and to his wounded. And then you see the compensation, and then that compensation say the Most High gives you another seed. 1 Corinthians 15 and 54. Which is again, if it's another seed, it's another dwelling place or another tabernacle or another booth. Everybody on their phone all right? I hear you. What going on, Denzel? 45. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural. And after that, that which is spiritual. Don't you realize if Seth is the compensation and the other seed, that before that, that's supposed to be signifying that which is natural, and after that, that which is spiritual, because after that, he say, then men began to call on the name of Yahuwah. Don't you realize when we go back and look at Acts chapter 2, they went from that which is natural to that which is spiritual, and then they began to call on the name of Yahuwah and be saved. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the master from Shamahim. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy. And as is those that are from the Shamahim, such as they that are the Shamahim. As we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the Shamahim. Which goes back to what we were talking about when he said he spread, about a couple weeks ago, spreading out the Shamahim and make tents in it for it to dwell. Because the whole objective of us is to bear the image of the Shamahim. These things are eternal. You know what I'm saying? Even when he turned around and said that the Shamahim and the earth would pass, he said he'll make a new one. And if he gonna make a new one, then guess what that's showing you? He'll make you a new heart and a new spirit. I'm gonna give you a new spirit and basically a new body. Because the earth is where you dwell. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta make you over again. I gotta make you, I gotta do this thing all over again. But when I do it all over again, you will be eternal. You'll be like I am, which is what we were talking about last night. You're not taking nothing from this man. He said, do not think it robbery to make yourself equal with Elohim. He said this is the same mind that Mashiach had. See, I wanted to hit y'all with Matthew 19 because the dude said something about it. He said, man, when the dude said, good master, and when the Mashiach said, why do you call me good? There's only one good but Elohim. See, he said he even knew he was God. He said he even knew he wasn't God. No, he knew what was fulfilling the book. See, Psalms 58:1 says that. Let's go look at it.
Come on, yeah, break that down. I definitely taught that.
Lord,
Michael.
my favorite one.
Make that Psalm 53. Psalm 53. We can use Psalm 53 or you can use Psalm 14. So you got to sit up there with that heavy old book on there. 53:1.
Michael.
The fool have said in his heart, there is no Elohim. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that do good. It would make sense when he said, good master, he said, why you call me good? Of course he would say that considering what? He was a man. See, get you Romans chapter 7. Romans 7, about verse 14, I would wager. Where we at? About 40 minutes. 7:52. Y'all will be done about 8:20, 8:25. It says, for we know that the law or the Torah is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. You know, Mashiach is the Torah made flesh, so you know he was spiritual. That's why I say, marvel not that I say you must be born again. That which is of the flesh is flesh, and that which is of the Ruach is the Ruach. When he say he slain a young man to his hurt and to his wounding, but then he turns around, he says he made another seed. Enosh name means man. You know what I'm talking about? He say this after Seth, who was made in the express image and likeness of Adam, who was Elohim. He was made as God. Then he got a son who he bare in his express image and likeness. And then he bears a son named Enosh, that means man. And then people begin to call on the name of Yahuwah.
Michael.
So then you turn around and see that Seth is symbolic of a Mashiach coming, being another seed, coming to the apostles, and then once he gave them the word, like we read in Luke 24, then man begins to call on the name of Yahuwah. You put it there instead, you're going to look at compensation, birthed man, and man began to call on Yahuwah. Who's the compensation? Hamashiach. Who's the man? Yasharai. Who calling on that? Us. So when them niggas seen that blood moon out there and say this Joel chapter 2, you know you were talking to a certified dummy. That's pure unadulterated stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Look at verse 2, verse 15. He say, for that which I do, hold on, let me read verse 14 again. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would that do, I do not. But what I hate, that do I. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. That it is no more I that do it, but the sin that dwell in me. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwell no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. That goes right back to when Yirmiyahu said, these are sottish children. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. See, now Mashiach obviously had the knowledge to do good, because he said, your Torah is in my heart to do thy will. But it makes sense when he'll turn around and tell that dude, ain't nobody good but the Most High. It's already written that there's none that do good. You already know Ecclesiastes 7 said there's not a just man upon the earth that do good. Right? Y'all know that, right? Let's look at Ecclesiastes 7 just in case. Boy, you take some abusing and bruising, boy.
Righteous man
7 and 20. He's a little like he's sleeping. Fix your face. Fix your face. Put your hand down. Sit there and be quiet. Don't look at me like that. Your mama told you sit down, buddy. It's over. You've been going hard all day, man. You better not cry, neither. For there is not a just man upon the earth that do good and sin not. Now we know in Acts chapter 10 it said that my shop went around doing good. But see the reason why that sit back, you know why he'll sit back and say, ain't nobody good, he wouldn't take that acknowledgement? Because he's Jacob. He's a plain man, like dwelling in tents. If he's a plain man, it just goes along with what Paul told you in Philippians chapter 2. He didn't go about making himself of no reputation. That's humility. That's why he say that Yah is far from the proud. That man was humble. I ain't got to sit back and tell you that. You know why? Because I know who I am. I'm confident with mine. But just so you know you don't know their word, when you add me that day, I'm going to drop their word on you. Wah-wah. That's why we got to turn around and know we got to go from being carnal to spiritual, because we know in this flesh don't dwell nothing good. You know what I'm saying? If he say the law is good and the law is spiritual, we know that which is good to come from Yahuwah. So that means we know we got to turn back and put that which is good on us, which is Yahuwah, because ain't nothing good in their flesh. Their flesh take you down every time. Every time. Let's finish this Acts chapter 2. I just had to do that, man, to show you how dumb people is sit back and thinking that they were calling on the name, that they began to, like, the spirit came down because they seen the blood. So I guess that didn't happen in April when that happened. That show you how people see stuff. See, that's this scripture right here being fulfilled. You fool, that thing was fulfilled 2,000 years ago. Where was the vapor of smoke? Why didn't the sun not give his darkness? It say also the stars supposed to fall down to the earth like fig tree. It's supposed to be an earthquake. When you know the word, you sit back and look at somebody say that stuff. Oh, boy, that nigga, that's stupid. You know what happened when you don't know the word? You'll be like, shoot, boy. That was Joel chapter 2 happened last night, boy. People out here prophesying, boy, they waking up. That's their favorite thing to say when stuff like, we waking up. Waking up to what? You know what a nigga woke up to? A bowl of cereal and probably a stink breath ugly woman. You know what I'm saying? Somebody woke up to a job they got to go to that they don't like. Some probably woke up to some snotty nose children that they don't like. Somebody might have woke up to a nice, beautiful woman that he loved to see every day. Some woke up to a blunt. Some woke up to a bottle of liquor. Some woke up to absolutely nothing but a empty pillow. And some, what you call it? And some coal in his eye. Johnson & Johnson.
What is it?
Son did.
He was a freaky dude, man. All the thing that he mentioned lotion.
That jump was so subtle.
Lotion.
It's into a strong forearm.
Strong for. Were you the kid whose right arm was always bigger than the left?
Nah, I always had something there on that pillow.
Just because you had somebody to do it don't mean you wouldn't do it yourself. You might have just been that high, strong, and freaky.
It's an all wrestling champ, huh?
All wrestling champ.
That's a funny thing.
All they like to say, but at the same time, niggas say you can't arm wrestle core unless you got gloves on, bro.
Ah, nah, bro.
Call it, talking about they call it.
Let one ride on your lap.
Go ahead.
Hey, you know what they used to call it? I know what they used to call it.
CJ would have passed up.
I know what they used to call you. They used to call you sticky finger.
I thought when you, I said you looking
Sticky
around.
You know, there's a barbecue spot on the beach called Sticky Finger.
They start convulsing.
They probably look smart.
Yes, they do.
So guess what? It has nothing to do with the combination.
Hey, all I'm just saying is, nigga, when you had the dirty books in the room, were the pages stuck together?
I have dirty books.
Be quiet.
You ain't had no dirty book.
No, I'm a whole nother generation of era. We have
Internet.
Oh, that's right. You Pornhub.
He know.
Yeah, cause you know why I know? Cause my hog-tied woman like to look at it.
Sticky keys.
Boss, you ever walked in on? I'm talking about watching one. Like I said, I just made me think about that Chris Rock joke he said. He talking about, boy, you know when you done, he talking about you got that when you beating your meat, and he like he said, you know, ain't nobody in the house. He said that's that comfortable one. He said when somebody in the house, you always like, who that is? Who that is? Look at you. That was you, what? I remember you because you said your mama had all them tapes and books. You had them all in your room. All in your room. You know what I'm saying? All in your room. It's all right. I said, man, I ain't had none because I just wasn't into it. No, we ain't had no internet like this here. You could just pull up porn. See, that's why you niggas had computer viruses all on your computer, man.
No, one time my cousin got one, tried to blame it on me, and I hadn't been there in like 3-4 months. And he's like, you know, his dad was like, you know what? You should feel bad. You should have a problem with the fact that he's lying on you. And you better not be watching no porn.
I mean,
at this point. I'm not watching no porn.
I mean, it just ain't do nothing for me because then now you get hot and bothered and you sit around and look at it and there's nobody here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you trying to say I'm smashing. I don't watch porn, man. People who smashing still, it's niggas that's married. They got
watch porn
deep up the wall, nigga.
I'm talking about, boy, you know what tripped me out? To see married men got all this porn, got open vagina every night. He in the back room killing himself. Killing himself. He about to go blind.
Bad living, no.
That was always very funny.
Yeah, I know some people like to watch porn together. I ain't watching porn with nobody. And not damn one of you freaking niggas better be watching it either. Don't be talking about you want to watch it so you and your woman can get in the mood. You going to hell, you nasty buster.
Y'all shouldn't be together.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, the words say rejoice in the truth and not in iniquity. Watching gang bangs and all that freaky stuff. Got no time. We doing none of that junk. Same way none of y'all got no business having no strings in your booty.
What? Bruh, come on there.
I'm talking about G-strings.
Come on, bro.
Ain't no bead, you know.
I wasn't talking about no anal beads. I was talking about G-strings.
Same difference.
Now,
I'm not making
the reason being, cause just in case ain't none of y'all know, ain't none of y'all got no business. I wasn't really referring to the men. A man, if a man got on G-strings, boy, he already in trouble. I'm talking about the women. Don't you be talking about I want to wear some sexy underwear. Boy, you Yahoo D, you got no business with no string in your booty crack. You know what I'm saying? Let them heathen people have their string in their booty crack. So you should already be having something wrong with that. No, that dookie stains all on them drawers. Been in your booty all day? Well, what else gonna be on there if it's been in your booty all day? All it takes is you to take one dump and then speak about them. Floss. Like this here. I bet ain't damn one of y'all want to grab no woman G-string and sniff it. Cause you know what it was gonna smell like. That's how you know you ain't got no business wearing it. Cause ain't damn one of y'all gonna grab no G-string and sniff the string.
I'm just gonna slip the string.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah. See, we call this sniffing the line.
Oh. Yeah, Tony, hold on. I can't hear Tony. Yeah, Tony, unfortunately over here in America, they do sell men G-strings.
Boy.
Oh, Tony tripping on fat and men with G-strings.
They have men G-strings over there.
Hey man, this stuff in America, they don't sell of it. Hey man, it's certain food that's not allowed to be sold in other countries that they sell it over here.
Sorry, bro. Welcome to the other side of the world.
Just like it's certain pre-workouts and creatines that Tony was showing me that they don't sell here that they sell here. And there's some that we sell here that he say is banned in Australia. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, I hope that y'all ain't none of you men, y'all ain't got no business wearing bikini drawers. I ain't saying it's sinful, but I'm just saying.
It's questionable.
I'm questioning your manhood.
What about the body that you show?
Man, come on, man. I wouldn't get out there like this. Look here. Any one of y'all want to be a bodybuilder, you get on stage with them drawers on. Why don't you come back around here? You know what I'm saying? Bodybuilding was cool till I found out what them niggas had to wear. then that's when you realize you got to X that off as a career path. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to go in front of my mama after this. There's no way in the world you could get on stage with a string in your booty, flexing your bum. See, he got jokes. I ain't getting on no stage with them drawers on. But I ain't showing nobody no glutes. My glutes? I ain't showing nobody my glutes. Nah, it was a dude we were playing ball with one day. That nigga, he called a cramp and he said, "Oh, my glutes." I died. It was hilarious. See, he knew what I was talking about. That's what I said. Yeah, he was. That nigga had rolls on rolls. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm glad that he said that so I can mention that too. Now I want y'all to know this here, man. I know Hebrews chapter 13 say the marriage bed is undefiled, but believe you me, you can defile it. You can defile it. Ain't now one of you women got no business wearing no G-string. Just let that be known. You know what I'm saying? Woo! You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no business wearing it.
That's how it happens.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you somebody. I don't like this here, man. I don't care what type, know what type of draw they make for you. But if you got to walk around here with some strings in your booty, something wrong with you. Boy. Cause I know you.
See, I knew it.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, like this here, y'all already know we done already talked about this here. Ain't got no business putting your mouth on nobody's genitalia. Ain't got no business putting your mouth on nobody's rectum. You already know you ain't got no business bringing nobody in your house, in your bed. You want to be a swinger, move to California. They got plenty of them out there. Got swinger clubs and all. I remember Fat Boy stayed next to some swingers. When he stayed right out there in the apartments, Arlington apartments, right next door, he stayed next to some swingers. Black people too.
I used to work with some.
I knew some.
Yeah, me too.
They actually swung.
To be honest, his wife tried to give us a dorm. He was in the back room. I left.
At least you're honest.
Lane said I left.
At least you're honest. Come on back to Acts chapter 2. At least you're honest.
She said it was cool, but I don't trust that. I know how niggas live about their women. I don't know.
Swingers don't care, because I'm going to tell you what a swinger want to do. He want to watch.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Ain't none of that, homeboy.
Swingers want to watch.
Oh, no. I would have been swinging on him. And
You probably tried to get around
A swinger come in and walk up to you and be like, "Hey man, I really want you to bang my
I
wife."
can tell that.
What's that?
You probably trying to get around these some
Oh, you just turn that
I used to sell them cocaine.
I'm for real though. A swinger will walk up to you and be like, "I want you to have sex with my wife and can I watch?"
In the back room with another dude. They doing the coke.
Acts chapter 2 and about verse 21. I'm just sitting here telling you, I'm sitting there, some of y'all done did some perversions.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all will be like this here, you're going to be like this, you're going to be worried about it. I don't want to confess some of the stuff I did, because I don't want to look crazy. Stanley, I know you was a DJ. I know you done did some real freaky stuff.
That's in my past, but I done dead.
It might be dead, but it's time still going to come, boy. You're going to have to tell it.
Tell him.
Yeah, I bet when he immersed y'all, I bet he ain't had y'all tell nothing, did he?
No.
You got to tell it. Don't you realize when them people were getting immersed, they were telling it? I mean,
it's a frog.
well, shoot, you like to eat them anyway.
No, I don't. I don't at all. I eat food, plants.
You old frog leg.
Let them go.
Lil Mike! My man. Look at you. Mouse under control this time.
Was I not last time?
Oh, no, you was a little jittery. Oh, you was ready to move, Mouse. Am I lying?
I think it was
Oh.
I said the only person that jumped up was you, but I mean, he was doing.
Mouse, you was like this here. I'm for the deal.
I mean, I moved back. I didn't want to get on me.
That ain't cold play.
2 and 22.
Yeah, you see it right there.
Acts 2 and 22. He met a Yasharal. Hear these words. Don't you hear what he said? He met a Yasharal. Hear these words. You wise of Lamar, hearken unto my speech. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of Elohim among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Elohim did by him in the midst of you, as you yourselves also know. Him being delivered by the determinate counsel and foreknowledge of Elohim, you have taken it by wicked hands, have crucified and slain. And if he turned around and compared himself to Cain, that means Lamech had to kill this man with some wicked hands then. Because he said if Cain be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And we know Cain killed Abel with some wicked hands. But ain't that something you see Peter around here telling them the men of Yasharah to hearken to his voice? Because there's been a young man who's been slain to his hurt and to his wound. He said, whom Elohim have raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holding of it. Just like he raised up Seth as compensation. You know what I'm saying? And Elohim appointed another seed. And at that time, men began to call on the name of Yahuwah. So when we turn around and look at that, when a Mashiach rise from the dead, and then come on there and go on high and send the Ruach HaKodesh, that is when men began to call on the name of Yahuwah to be saved. Before then, you wasn't calling on the name of Yahuwah to be saved.
They said his name didn't come to I am that I am.
I want to let that know.
Sure.
Stop. Just stop.
You got it.
No, remember, I am that I am just said, he said that what I am, that what I am, I will be. He was already telling you. You can look at it in the case of point of this here. That which Abel was is a man. I will be Seth to compensation in the other seed. Because that what I am, I will be. Give me back the glory which I had with you before the world was. Which is why I said I wanted to hold on, because he said that Ishmael named me Yahuwah have what? Heard me in my affliction. And we know when we looked at Isaiah 58, he said what? Is this not the fast that I have chosen? That a man should afflict his soul, that his voice should be heard on high. And when we go back over here to John 17, I got to make that connection on 1 Corinthians chapter 8. We'll stop right then after that.
July 17?
17 and 1. John 17 and 1 gonna touch some of the things that we talked about in that 1 Corinthians 8. By whom are all things, and us by him. Because remember, if Seth is the compensation, and Enos is the man that was produced by him, that's pointing to us again. Coming out of him. The same way when you turn around and you look at it like we were talking about last night. Hamashiach being the Watergate on the northwest side of Jerusalem, like we read in Joshua 15, right, in Nehemiah, right? And you turn around and you see when he got hit in his side, what streamed out? Blood and water, Watergate. You know what I'm saying? Because he was showing you, and also knowing why, I hadn't caused it to rain on the ground to till the soil. Right back to the law again. Search the scriptures. So that, but all this stuff is pointing to what we looking at is becoming one with y'all, and no longer being carnal being, but being spiritual people. The only reason why we looking at this stuff, that's why you can't call me no Muslim. That is a offense to me. I'm a Yahudim, circumcised in the heart. Just like a dude talking about we don't have no religion. Bible doesn't have a religion. You idiotic fool. Y'all know the book says we got religion, right? Right there in James 1 and 26. Pure religion undefiled before Elohim is this, that a man visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction and keep himself unspotted from the world and know how to keep his mouth shut. When you turn around and look at a Mashiach, since he was a Yahudim, he knew how to keep his mouth shut. He visited the fatherless. He helped the widows in their affliction, and he did not be stained by the world. Anybody who's a Yahudim is circumcised their heart, they're going to be pure before y'all. You are clean from the word that I've spoken unto you. You've been washed with pure water. Ain't that what he said? Pure water. From the undefiling of your conscience. You understand what I'm saying? I mentioned that Job 25. I got to work that in just a tad. Just one place in it, though. I ain't going to hit everything I want to hit in. But y'all follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas is retarded. Don't pay to be stupid. 17th chapter of Yukonon. These words spake Yahusha and lift up his eyes to Shamahim and said, Abba, the hour was come, esteem thy son, that thy son may esteem thee. As thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him. Because we are by him. Obviously, if Seth has a son, that means who had to give it to him? Yah had to give it to him. Because he said the children are the reward of Yah. That's what the word said. Now we got to make that clarified just so people know, just so people listening. They only a reward if you were married when you had them. How's it going to be a reward of y'all if they were born by adultery or fornication? So y'all going to reward you for committing sin? When we know Job 8:20 say y'all will not help the evildoer, but the perfect man he will not cast away. See, you know, our people don't like to hear stuff like that because that's rough, because majority of us, I'm talking about not even the kids that y'all got, majority of us were born of fornication. Some born of adultery. Whether they parents, I mean, I can't even say that because, you know, they don't look at being married 2-3 times as being wrong. But most of our people were very rarely born on a clean bed. How many of y'all in here were born by fornication? You know what I'm saying? I think I was born by adultery. I'm not sure. I believe my daddy was married.
My dad was married once before.
Adultery nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all on this phone were born of fornication or adultery? Don't nobody want to say. You say you were. Anybody else? So, you know, when our people hear somebody say this, how can he say that? How can he say that? I know God blessed me with my baby. I'm not finna sit here and tell that lie. That man ain't blessed you with nothing. You just happen, all that baby ended up gonna be as a testimony against you for your iniquity. When you go stand before that man's throne, that man gonna be able to point to, boom, hellbound. That's all he gotta do. Ain't no different than any other court system. You go to court, they got evidence against you to prosecute you. When you go stand up before a marshal, he your defense attorney, but he can also be your prosecuting attorney at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He can stand up on your behalf and tell the father why you ought to be spared because you done did this, this, and this, and this. Or he could turn around, here is the evidence for their condemnation. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just got to be with kids, it's just easier with that. Because all you got to do is just turn around and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is right there. What you standing in front of this man and you on trial and all he just do is just point right there. What you gonna say to that?
I want the daddy. We want the boy.
I said, I got a blood test. I need to go on Maury.
I ain't never look at it like that, bro.
But even if you need to go on more, you just acknowledge you committed fornication because you trying to say the baby ain't
Still
yours.
got it.
Just convicted yourself. You know what I'm saying? You see, these people don't tell us that. That's why I was telling you, you can't serve two masters. You either gonna serve that which is good, which is the Torah, or you gonna serve that which is what there dwells no good thing, which is your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just talking about that earlier, like you said, I don't know the brother, but he said, ain't nothing gonna be concrete to let you know don't do this or don't do that. It's just real loose. So all you get is just surfing knowledge and you run around thinking you telling people something, when in actuality you ain't telling nobody nothing. Verse 3. That and this is life eternal, that they may know thee, the only true Elohim, and Yahushua HaMashiach, whom thou hast sent. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gave me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thy own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world war. So he said, make me back like I was when I started, after you done slain me. Because he's finna get ready to be slain, but he's asking to be appointed to another seed. Because the first Adam was a living soul. Second Adam was what? Quickened spirit. That's the next thing he says. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gave me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gave them me, and they have kept thy word. So that means if he gave them the word, then they had to do what? Begin to call on the name of Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get to the Father but by the Son. See, these niggas why you say, I only call on Yah and Yah alone. And that's why you going to hell, sir. See, look at Colossians chapter 3. That's what he told you to do. Colossians 3:15. Make it 12. Ooh, boy. I got to say Job 25. I can't even tell. Just remember what I said to y'all about the scarlet. I ain't even touching Job 25 tonight. That's a whole nother matter for a whole nother time, and I ain't gonna touch it tonight. I'm at my limit. I'm at an hour for 7 minutes. That's enough for today. Put on therefore as the elect of Elohim, Kodesh and beloved, vows of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving one another. And if any man have a quarrel against any, even as a Mashiach forgave you, so also do ye. See, and y'all need to keep that in mind. You know, if he said a quarrel, that means you got a problem with somebody. He said, just like that man forgave you, you need to forgive them too. That's the same way, like I said, we done looked at it before. Jacob had a quarrel with Laban, he forgave him though. Jacob had a quarrel with Esau, he forgave him though. David had a quarrel with Saul, he forgave him. And even when somebody came and brought tidings that Saul was dead, he said, you thought I was going to be happy with that? Kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know that's, and you know that also go. You know, a lot of people, they be happy if they hear something happen to their enemy. I remember it was a dude I ain't particularly care for, and the Most High allowed me to find out something happened to him, and I actually died laughing because I had told the individual that was going to happen to him probably about 3 to 4 weeks before it happened. I was really laughing more at the fact of how he allowed me to hear that it happened, because it was a pocket dial. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down, like I wasn't intentionally made abreast of this information. You know what I'm talking about? But he let me get it. I would die laughing like, ooh, woo, that's ugly for you. I said, I hope a nigga rape you enough too. Because he like to put his hands on little kids. You know what I'm saying? Be mad at that woman and hit them children. You know what I'm saying? I hope a nigga split your butthole open to the white meat. But I say, you know, Yah's just, he'll do to him what he want to do. Huh?
Brown meat.
Nah, white meat. I want butt open. I'm talking about all the way down there to connective tissue.
That's pretty deep, but all down to the brown meat.
He deserved it. Because I had been around a dude before and I had kind of could tell that he hit them kids. And these were babies. I ain't talking about pop and whoop. I'm talking about like strike them. Like literally like you ain't supposed to be hitting on no baby like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could tell. I ain't need her to tell me because I could peep the game. I seen it. I knew she wasn't gonna tell me. Yeah, straight cow. Carl wouldn't care, but he would beat her too though. And I'm like, shoot, you stupid hoe. If you want him to beat on you, that's your personal prerogative. You gonna keep this nigga around here beating on your kids though? And you gonna let this nigga beat on you and your kid? Like, you gonna let this nigga beat on you in front of your kids and let them watch that. And then you gonna let him beat on your kids. You's a stupid hoe. I'm like, I hope he kill you. In front of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you living. I mean, I don't particularly care. I don't want them kids to see nothing like that. But that's what you want. Might as well let it happen. Because, boy, I know if I was a woman, nigga strike me, you're gone. Much less strike me in front of my kid or strike my kid. We used to have a saying, but it'd be like this here. It'd be something to tell the captain. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to see me, bro. You strike my children, you got to see me, man. Ain't nothing to talk about, ain't nothing to discuss. You know what I'm saying? See, you ain't got that issue because you married. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine if y'all wasn't in this way and you and D ain't messing with each other, so, and a nigga come around here, he slap Lil Muffin. And that get back to you. You know what I'm saying? See, I can't even say, because some of y'all women might say you'll do that, but if you really locked up in the intertwined in that man, some of y'all might overlook it. I really love him, though. He don't really mean nothing when he do it. Y'all make excuses for him. A lot of women. See, I'm sitting there telling you because y'all emotional. I know some women ain't going for it, but if you really, really locked into that nigga or you like the way he make you feel in between your legs, well, I'm trying to tell you, y'all get real, especially if you like the way he make you feel in between your legs, y'all get real stupid. Get real stupid, because some of y'all done did a lot of stuff from some men you ain't had no business doing. You know you ain't had no business doing it, because I have to use a basketball terminology, you like the way he tickled the twine. You know what I'm saying? Well, man, don't shake your head, because you done something stupid for a man before. Yeah, you did.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you did. You know what you did too, because you got into debt behind it.
That was not nothing that I did. That was something that was done to me unintentionally. Like I didn't know that somebody
Okay.
would steal my identification, do that to me.
That ain't what you told me the first time.
I didn't tell you about that. T did.
And I asked you about it.
Michael. Yeah, and that's what happened.
So you ain't never did nothing stupid for no man.
No,
You never jump out no window.
I ain't done nothing crazy. Sorry, not me.
I don't believe you, man.
I ain't done nothing
I'm being
crazy.
honest
They
with
keep you simple up.
I ain't done nothing crazy.
You say, listen, I don't want to know.
Not over here.
you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I guess your debt. Look out, man.
I ain't done nothing crazy.
You know what I'm saying? When I say
That
crazy,
was good to me.
uh-huh. You were running with Corey when he was doing what he was doing.
But I didn't do nothing
But
for
you-
him.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know about it until after the fact.
Yeah, sure you didn't.
I didn't.
Might as well like this here. I bust that check, daddy. You know you done did it.
No, I ain't done
I'm gonna ask everything. Did you done did something crazy for a dude? No, you ain't had no business doing it. What about you, little boy? You, Lee, you done did it.
What she said?
The mother said, yeah.
Oh,
I said, yeah. I know you done done something crazy for a man. I said, any of these women done something crazy for a man that you know you ain't had no business doing. But you know what I'm saying? T say 2 minute time. What about you, Brittany? Don't you tell that lie. You sat back there. I already got you because you were riding. You were messing with a dope boy. You know that boy had you popping a lot.
That ain't doing nothing for nobody.
I wasn't doing nothing.
I ain't never done that crazy.
Yeah,
My
work.
son
Did you drive the car while the kitchen pops?
Had to work when
No.
the police pulled you over?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
Nothing.
All that come in there, carry this bag from it.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I corrupted many of them.
Look here, boy, I had me a soldier one time, boy. I ain't even had to ask. I got 4.5 ounces of crack. She like this here. I got that.
Baby.
For the baby
She put a baby
in the purse like this here. I ain't even have to ask. She say, boss boy, bring that dope in here. I got that. Put that in the bag. I said, I'm gonna put it in the bag, mom. I'm gonna put it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it in the bag. She like this here. I got 4-5 stacks. Shoot, don't talk about a shoot, boy. I know chick, boy, had kids in the car riding niggas to catch pop. Drop off work. I need you to drop this off cross town for me. I'm gonna give you 2,000-3,000. You know what I'm saying? That's all it take to get most niggas to do something. They go to talk about that cash. And all that stuff what y'all talking about go out the window. All that stuff, you can shake your head because you were messing with niggas ain't never offer you no money to go do something. Nigga offer you the right amount of money and you be down bad. You know what I'm talking about?
retarded women out here.
It's a lot of retarded niggas out
For
here.
less money than what you talking
I'm
about.
talking about this niggas who will go ahead and do a run for a stack. Nigga got 2-3 bricks in the trunk. Nigga ain't giving them but a stack to go run it. Cause boy, when you're down bad,
All
and-
7 grand.
you know what I'm talking about, and you need that cash, and the nigga slide up on you, and that nigga like, boy, I need you to do this right here, boy. I got about $3,000-$4,000, and boy, you go to sit by, boy, that $3,000-$4,000 sound real good. You know what I'm talking about? T say she done made a run, so I know T gonna hold that work.
Yes, she did.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I mess with her. T gonna hold that work. Put it in the gas tank, nigga. Woo. You know what I'm talking about? Gonna hold that word. I'm just sitting and tell you though. Shoot, nigga, that girl I'm talking about, boy, that cat boy didn't agree to hold the money, 4-5 bands, don't want a nickel. You know what I'm saying? Don't want me to buy nothing. Nigga go buy me something. You know what I'm talking about? Don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then see something like that there, riding with them. The reason why I say this here, because y'all can talk that trash all you want to. Boy, you love a man, you gonna ride with him. I don't care what y'all say out your mouth. If that man needs you to do something, you gonna go do it.
If you love him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm not putting my
You
kids
say late.
for nobody, so that's a lie.
Y'all
From
live like that no more, so,
I didn't say, you ain't say like.
Like I said, it ain't just gotta be selling drugs. A lot of y'all done did something for a man you know you ain't had no business doing. Some of y'all, it could be just as simple as you know you ain't had no business tooting your black behind up for this nigga, but you tooted it up anyway. You know what I'm talking about? See, you just thinking about, I just wasn't referring to nothing illegal. Every last woman walking this earth has done something stupid for a man because you loved him and you wanted to please him and you didn't want him upset with you.
When you take
Like
it
that, yeah.
Y'all know what I was talking about.
No, I
you were
didn't.
talking about drugs.
And then-
No, I actually didn't reference you. I said did something stupid.
Then you try to
Then we went to drugs.
and you weak.
Hold on, gentlemen. Didn't I say all y'all done did something stupid for a man?
That was the
But you
first
were
thing
saying
he said.
stupid though, and then you
That's the first thing he
That's
said.
the first thing, hold on. That's the first thing I said.
Stupid.
Something
That's what he
stupid.
said. Then he went to drugs.
After. I started with stupid, which was
Tried to
the general
bypass.
the general
He went to
statement.
drugs with her because he said we had a dope one. We was running with a dope one. That's when the drugs came.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that situation, at the time, it wasn't stupid. It was something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But after a while, then you start-
Because
But I ain't never
see,
done
listen,
this.
we were talking about this last night. And it's real, and I already know this. As a man, you don't really, dealing in this way, you don't be really worried about the women. Because if the men do right, y'all gonna follow. Because when you, just like I was telling y'all last night, whatever, like with BB, if whatever Kip doing, she gonna do what he doing. Because that's what she wanna be. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can talk all that noise. If you locked in with this man and you like that man, every last one of y'all done follow behind a man with your nose in the air, stupid and retarded and dumbfounded, because you wanted to be around this man. The last thing you wanted to do was him to leave. And whatever he asked you to do, when you was in that mind frame, you were gonna do it. You were gonna do it. And you know what dudes be looking for? They be looking for that. And they will exploit that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I knew that this woman would do that, I ain't exploit that, because I ain't never asked this woman to hold no word. She like, I'll hold it. Because the police out there, bring it to me. Because they not going to come in the store and come behind this kind of dude. This woman is willing to risk a potential 30-year sentence for me. So when I sit back and I look at that, that is a strong type of loyalty. I would not exploit that from her. You know what I'm saying? Average nigga, oh, they would have used her up to the T. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be like this here, because that's how women are. When they love a man, there is absolutely nothing that she won't do. She'll do whatever he asks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to just be illegal. Everything got to be illegal. Just something, well, you done went back to the house and be like, boy, I know full well I shouldn't have did that right there.
Okay, I lied.
I know you did. That's why I told you I didn't believe you.
But T just bring it to my remembrance. I made a couple runs. she said, "Nigga, you got amnesia. You done made a run right in the strat."
Right in the strap. This nigga like this here, probably riding in the car, putting on dope boy music like she a dope boy.
You know, I really forgot.
Ain't getting no money on.
That's why I looked you in your face and told you.
She said she did get
I
some
don't
money.
believe you.
I forgot about it. Sorry.
I don't believe you.
She said a couple. I ain't do it. I ain't not.
She ain't say one runner. She said
I ain't do
A
no
couple.
drugs. And that's what we was talking about. He didn't say no drugs.
I ain't even said nothing about no drugs. See, like the boy, y'all turn around and make your lie real fast. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I say
You
that,
said something to me about dreams.
yeah, because you were messing with a dope boy. And I know any woman mess with a dope boy, if you mess with it long enough, the nigga gon' size you. He gon' do it. He gon' do it. It's gon' come. And if you stayed messing with it, whatever you were doing something. Because the dope boy feel like he can't use you, he gonna get rid of you. He gonna get rid of you. Because the average dope boy ain't got no compassion. None. You know what I'm talking about? Boy, they'll use a woman up like she is absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just ain't give me no heart like that. That's why I ain't do Savannah like that. I could have did it any kind of way. She was gonna hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down. Like, truth be told, that's about the only woman I'm like, boy, I would think like, yeah, she could have my kids. I wouldn't even be mad. Boy, you hold 4.5 ounces of dope, drive me around, I got a quarter brick, a hard in the car, that don't even scare you? I got all this crack in the car. Huh?
Yeah, that's a sight, boy.
Man, I'm doing my thing, cuz.
I bet you was.
When you get the
I was
nine,
doing like that.
Boy, I was on that beat doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we were moving 9.5 zones, dime for dime in a week.
Cheeks.
Damn, boss.
Hey, man, I ain't just be talking, boy. We was eating out here on these streets, man. You know what I'm saying?
You think
You mess with the chillers?
He's about the streets.
Hey, man, we don't talk about all that.
Yeah, he gotta do it like that.
Well, she love me. What she gonna say? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what Nas said, man. It's kind of like what Nas said, man. I'm gonna just put it to you like my man Nas said back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no game. It's just so women understand my story. That's all it was. She was gonna hold me down. And I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that. It ain't too many women gonna do that. Cause actually, I remember when I was dealing with another girl, man, right before I went to prison. Nigga, we riding. The work is in the center console, or in the door console. She see the police. I say, man, no matter of fact, I say, man, give me my dope. She was like, nigga, you got me blanked up, nigga. You got me blanked up. I put that in my vagina. I say, well, knock yourself out then.
Right in the water.
Knock yourself out then. I was like, man, give my dope, man. But it was the fight, dog. Nigga, she ready. I ain't asking this woman to do this. You know what I'm saying? When I caught my case, she was the one holding the work. It was in her bra. Cause I caught me a cheap feel before I got knocked off. Cause she was. I mean, I had to get the work out of her bra. She ain't pulling out her bra. She telling me go in there and get it. I went in there and got it.
Y'all agreed on that field then. She wanted you to get it, you wanted to get it. That's all that was.
I'm like to say, I didn't want to catch the serve, but since you say I got to go dig in there and get it, I'm going to go in there and go get it.
Hey, I can't find it.
You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
I'm looking for that, looking for a bag and find areola. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't that type of dude like that, man, because if I really lie, I ain't want you to get crossed up like, but that girl, she was going to hold her down, man. She didn't care. She didn't care, and she wasn't that type of chick like that. She just, I love this nigga, man. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do it. And I ain't even, the key thing is you ain't asking them to do it. Because most niggas come and ask them women to do it or throw something out there to see if she'll do it. She was volunteering. She calling me like, it's some serves up here, come up here and catch it. She at work. It's a 50 up here. You need to get up here. I'm coming right now. No, I sold dope out of mama's stove. Her mama came and told me, Wayne, tell your customers don't call you no more. Tell her meet you here. And when it got hot, her mama was too scared to tell me she didn't want me to sell dope no more up there because she thought I would be mad when I was already plotting my exit strategy. It's hot up here, we got to go. One thing I pride myself on is any spot on that beach, boy, where I had niggas set up at, I never got knocked off and they never got knocked off. Because we got them out of there before that happened. Because I took niggas to certain spots, boy, we made it happen and we did. You know what I'm saying? Boy, we had a cracker house out there on CO's, boy. That's no joke, man. We probably pumped out about $25,000, man, a month out that house, man. All right. I'm saying it's like three, four of us, though. You know what I'm saying? We whamming, though. Nigga, I'm selling an ounce and a 6, man. Ain't no competition. Niggas not competing with me, man. Boy, I got 85, nigga.
That's good, though. That's so big as that table right there.
I got 85, nigga. I could put that in these shoes right now and walk around and it ain't gonna break. Can't compete with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about nail nigga out here, cause I bet you they walk past you to come see me. They did it all the time. It could be 6, 7 niggas on the block, man. They walk right past them niggas come holler at me. And I say that to say this here since I mentioned it. No matter what type of business you run, if your quality of your product is superior and your service is superior, they will shop with you. Don't matter. That's the number one key thing. You go to sit back, you say you gonna run a business. The two things, if you got a product you selling, it need to be top quality, need to be top flight, it need to be the best of the best. And if it's a service you selling, your customer service needs to be top notch. Cause that's your product.
That's why I'm building equipment like that.
I know it is. I know it is. I didn't be messing with you, but I know it is. I still sell them beats though. I still sell them beats though.
I can't put anything out.
I understand that the reason why I say that I sell them beats, because them beats can help you buy what you want to buy a lot faster.
They use these
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that. It'll cut your overhead time. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to remember that, man. I also tell you this here too now, at the same time. Y'all women the same way. No matter how much you love somebody, don't get caught up in and be around here and be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sitting around here and be stupid. Because you're hard up for some loving. or you hard up for a companion. Don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you in their way don't mean stupidity can't creep in your brain. Because y'all already know that because some of y'all done numerous stupid things. Am I lying? I know I ain't. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand something, man. Just because you in this way does not make you impervious to certain things. What'll make you impervious to it is your resisting of the flesh and your acceptance of the spiritual. That's what's going to make you impervious. Because situations and circumstances still are going to arise. You know what I'm saying? Or what the determining factor is how you react and deal with them. Matter of fact, let me finish in Colossians chapter 3. We in right here. I done went longer than I anticipated. How come we messing with Miles around here lying? It's all right, Miles. We still love you, though. Reason why I say this here, Miles, because I know that y'all done did crazy stuff, not just to be messing with y'all, because how y'all like that lovey-dovey type stuff. And I know that if a man touched the right string or love y'all or certain things and you get attached to him or whatever the case may be, it wasn't nothing restrained that you would have did for that individual. If you loved him and you respected it and then don't even touch the fact you like the way he tickled the twine, it ain't nothing you wasn't going to do. Look at she go to sing. Like this here, but it's funny I say that there you go to because that's the number one thing that get most women to do stuff they ain't got no business is.
Please don't bring me in that. That was this man right here.
Oh.
Well, the number one thing that I noticed in my entire life that get most men and women to do stupid stuff is what that person can do sexually. I done seen men do a lot of stupid stuff for some real live scallywags because they like the way she was freaking them.
Scallywag. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, I had a homeboy come and tell me, she say, Carl, boy, she get a good brain, boy. You wouldn't make her your old lady. I said, absolutely not. Nigga, she'll just be the first woman I call when I want some brain. I wouldn't wipe her.
Colossians.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I marry a woman who, oh yeah, I'm gonna make her, boy, all it is, boy, she done freaked you up, and you know what I'm talking about? Gripping and slipping and all this old type of stuff. You around here paying her rent, car note, all this type of stuff. It's a real live foot dragger. Use a duck, silk, nigga. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, one thing for certain, two things for sure, man, stop the simping. I catch you niggas simping, I'm shaming you on sight. Simping. I catch you simping, I'm shaming you on sight. That go for every last one of y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
A simp is a low-brow, coward-type nigga who bend, kowtow, and capitulate for a woman on every cut and comb. Sometimes you gotta look that woman in the face and say, if you don't shut your maggot behind up, I'm gonna kick my foot so far up your behind that my feet gonna kick your teeth out from the back. You know what I'm saying? They basically, you ain't a man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. And every last one of these women in here can tell you, don't no woman want no weak man. Once she see any type of weakness, I do not respect you. I will run over you like tires on the open road, and you can never get that body. I have yet to see a woman who I seen when she was like, oh, that nigga's a duck, or this, that, there, and the other. I have yet to see them ever respect that man after the fight. I have yet to see it. I have never seen it. One thing about it, any woman who ever dealt with me, they'll tell you one thing. That man, he is a man. You know what I'm talking about? You're not finna try me, because guess what? I done look women, I don't care what you do, nigga. I go to how I beat my meat. I don't need you. Look you right in your face and tell you that. Same thing you got, I can do it with myself. I ain't got no problem with it. They be shocked because they don't even expect you to tell them nothing like that. Because you know what most women try to use to manipulate a man? Her vagina. If you vagina proof, guess what that is? You can't use that on me. What? Oh, you think because I'm supposed to do that because you pretty? Look here, man. I live in Duval County. There's plenty of holes out here. Ain't nothing. All you got to do is blink, you can fall off in some vagina around here. Blink. That's all you got to do. Woo! Boy, just fell off in one. I ain't even know it. You know what I'm saying? All I know, next thing I know, I need to take a shower. I'm for real, though. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds funny, but I ain't being funny, though. Boy, y'all supposed to be men. How you gonna sit back and expect a woman to respect your household and you ain't standing up like no man? You know what I'm saying? Like I said now, y'all done seen me go off on T plenty of time. You know the reason why? Because you ain't finna side me, nigga. I wouldn't care who was standing right. Your mammy could be standing right there. I would go slap off on you. And if she say something, I'll go off on her too. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't care who it was. Especially if one boy, my name on you. I've been to tell you need to back out now. That's my daughter. That's my wife. You ain't got nothing to do with that. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Because this ain't going to be none of that like that song back in the day. Your mama need to stay out of business. Our business. Guess what? Your mama and your daddy want to be in our business, you can go stay with them. You can go stay with them. You know what I'm talking about? See, a lot of y'all don't be like, I don't want her to go. Take your stinking butt out my door. You know what I'm saying? Let me read that verse 14. And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. Let the peace of Elohim rule in your hearts, to the which also you are called in one body. Be ye thankful. Let the word of Mashiach dwell in you richly, in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another, and telehims and hymns, excuse me, it ain't came, and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Master. And whatsoever you do in word and deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahushua, giving thanks to Elohim and the Father by him. Because when you do that there, you done called on the name of Yah. Praise ye Yah for Yahushua HaMashiach in the word. We start right now.